Professor Sabina Hajeva, who has led annual international conferences and students' workshops in Florence by involving a great number of students, with the support of the head of the international department, Professoressa Nargis Abdullayeva. I thank also Dr. Isa Muradov, who worked hard for realizing this initiative. We cannot forget the belief and participation of Professor Fikret, which name is on a plate in Palazzo Coppini in Florence. I am proud to be conferred the diploma of honorary doctor of the Azerbaijan University of Architecture and Construction in November 2009. The marble bust depicting Leonardo da Vinci sculpture by Dino De Ranieri, that our foundation donated to the university April 2012, is a token of appreciation for the common collaboration and of inspirational creativity for the students of the university, for their future. I thank the university and the Ministry of Culture for following our idea in hosting ICOMOS International Scientific Committee Theory and Philosophy of Conservation and Restoration. As many of you know, the purpose of the foundation and its life authors like Baku Sheri Sheher, Sheki, and the others reach in visitors from different cultures to use this wealth to make themselves available to the international community to encourage intercultural encounters, dialogue, and respect of diversity. Thus, in the World Heritage Sites, the awarded centers are growing up, and they propose a new cultural and commercial offer with their learning communities. In these places, the temporary resident will replace the hasty visitor, the tourist. Travel in synergy with local culture and in direct connection with the citizen, with the human being of the place, will be increasingly seen as an advocate of intercultural dialogue beyond tourism, indeed far beyond tourism, life beyond tourism. Nowadays, the international program of the Life Beyond Tourism Info Days marks a new turning point in our action, because from the scientific activities like conferences and educational like workshops, courses, and so on, now we all together turn to offering to the students and their tutors the possibility to be part of an operational experience on site, to cooperate to the practical implementation in your region of the Foundation Life Beyond Tourism methodology with total quality certification, to which evolution also Azerbaijan Architecture and Construction University has contributed so far. By this Life Beyond Tourism Info Day, we are inviting your university to create working groups of students to learn about life beyond tourism, to produce a cultural storytelling, to exhibit your work during an international festival in Florence in fall 2021. We believe that this is a crucial activity, especially for the universities and educational centers, because the globalization process consumes progressively the identity of many of these landmarks and local traditions and customs, and it is a loss for the younger generation. In other words, youngsters will realize how the implementation of the life beyond tourism methodology in their places will work to a combination of the UNESCO Convention 1972 World Heritage, 2003 Safeguarding of Intangible Cultural Heritage, 2005 Protection and Promotion of the Diversity of Cultural Expressions, and the ICOMOS International Scientific Committee Charter and aim. Thus, we believe that students will live an experience that allows to deploy their intellectual potential, to enhance their professional practice, and gain international experience within the framework of the network of the foundation. Our strong invitation, therefore, in the post-pandemic back to life is rethink the concept of interpreting heritage and travel, retracing the philosophy and practice of life beyond tourism with the 2019 manifesto up to its 2019 appeal to the international community, Heritage for Building Peace. Very soon, we'll review it and share with our international network before presenting it to the international organization. I would like to conclude by making again my congratulations to Madam Rector and you all for your active participation, closeness, and belief in this new challenge that the Foundation would like to undertake together with its most reliable and active partners like your university, the University Azerbaijan Architectural and Construction. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, dear Mr. President. So, and now I would like to invite the rector of the Azerbaijan University of Architecture and Construction, Madam Gilcha Mamedova, to deliver her speech. So, dear Madam Mamedova, the floor is yours, and Issa also is online. So the floor is yours, Madam Rector. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Simone. Mən bir daha hörmətli cənab Paolo Del Bianco'nu, Giovanna Del Bianco'nu, Corina Del Bianco'nu, Katerina Del Bianco'nu, Carlotta Del Bianco ürəkdən salamlayıram və çox şadam onları görməyə.
I am also again the Honorable Paolo Del Bianco and Giovanna, Caterina, Carlotta, and Karina. Also, greetings again.
Çox şadam ki, uzun tənəffüsdən sonra biz yenə də görüşürük və Paolo Del Bianco, Romualdo Del Bianco Fondu öz fəaliyyətinə davam edir.
I am happy that in the long pausing time we are meeting again, and happy that the foundation of Romualdo Del Bianco is continues their work.
Cənab Paolo Del Bianco, biz sizin bu sərgi üçün materiallarınızı alanda Çox böyük nostalji hisslərini keçirdik. Bir daha Florensiyaya yadımıza düşdü, bir daha onun gözəlliklərini gördük və bir daha nə qədər Florensiya üçün darıxmışıq bunu hiss etdik.
Mr. Paulo Del Bianco, when we received the exhibition materials, we have a nostalgic, and also we remember that we remind the Florence again, and we are also wanna to visit to Florence.
Cənab Paulo Del Bianco çox ətraflı bizim uzun illər davam edən əməkdaşlığımız barədə danışdı.
Mr. Paulo Del Bianco, you spoke about the more about our strong and the close connections, relatives with your foundation.
Mən bir daha deməliyəm ki, bu əməkdaşlıq bizim universitet üçün çox böyük əhəmiyyət daşıyır. Bu əməkdaşlıq bizə çox şey verdi və biz bugün də bax bu tədbirlə əməkdaşlığımızın yeni bir dövrünün başlanmasına çox şadıq.
I would like also say again about the connection with your foundation. It's so important for us, and also today's meeting is a new beginning of the new project, new action activities.
Ümid edirəm ki, bu çox gözəl tədbirlə, bu info deyillə, belə deyək, artıq post-pandemik dövründən danışa bilərik. Post-pandemik dövrünün fəaliyyətinə bir start verdi cənab Paulo Del Bianco və bizim universitet də bu yeni fəaliyyətdə əlbəttə ki, geniş miqyasda iştirak etməyə hazırdır və biz buna çox şadıq.
This info day, it's about the most of the post-pandemic, and also Mr. Paulo Del Bianco, it's also can speak there about more about this post-pandemic period, and this new activity, it's a large one activity, gets us to work and to speak about the post-pandemic period.
Biz universitetdə Life Beyond Tourism mərkəzini yaratdıq. Bunun üçün bir otaq ayırdıq və onun açılışı oldu. Sonra gördüyünüz kimi siz görürsünüz burada ekranda. Deməli, biz sizin göndərdiyiniz materiallardan bir sərgi təşkil elədik. Bu da baxmayaraq ki, bugün tələbələr hələ çox az sayda universitetə gəlirlər, amma düşünürəm ki, bu sərgi uzun müddət hələ qalacaq və tələbələrimizin böyük marağına səbəb olacaq.
And also at the university, we opened the Life Beyond Tourism Travel to Dialogue Center, and we arranged one room for this center. And also in the display in the Zoom, you can find the exhibition, which one you sent us the materials, and we use these materials and they open the exhibition. Right now you can see a little number of our students because some stations right now, but these materials will stay long time, and the more students, more our colleagues can visit and see this exhibition.
Bildiyiniz kimi Azərbaycan öz işğalda olan torpaqlarını azad etməyə müvəffəq oldu və indi o torpaqların yenidən qurulması, dağıdılan şəhərlərin, kəndlərin bərpa olunması, memarlıq irsimizin bərpa olunması və o ərazilərdə turizmin inkişafı üçün böyük layihələr həyata keçirilməyə başlanıb.
As you know, Azerbaijan was at the Second Karabakh War. After this war, we back our places again, and as you know, the architectural places need some restorations, and also they have some big potential over the tourism, and in there have a big plannings to work.
İtaliyanın irsin idarə olunmasında, irsin qorunmasında, bərpa olunmasında böyük təcrübəsi bizim üçün çox əhəmiyyətlidir. Biz bu təcrübəni bundan sonra da öyrənməyə və ölkəmizdə tətbiq etməyə hazırıq. Life Beyond Tourism hərəkatı, o da bugün bizim üçün daha böyük əhəmiyyət kəsb edir. Çünki o hərəkatın ideyaları bizim də yeni ərazilərdə, azad olunmuş ərazilərdə turizmin inkişafına və yerli ərazilərin, regionun müxtəlif bölgələrini dayanıqlı inkişafa cəlb olunması üçün çox əhəmiyyətlidir. Biz o təcrübədən də istifadə etməyə hazırıq.
In the Italian's heritage is so important, have a big experience on it, and it's for us it's important, and of course we are ready to learn and apply this experience to our works also. And about the Life Beyond Tourism movement, it's also so important. As you know, our occupation places have a sustainable development. We will also to apply these movements minds also.
Hörmətli cənab Paulo Del Bianco, bir daha sizi görməyimə çox şad olduğumu sizə bildirmək istəyirəm. Simone Giomettini də salamlayıram ürəkdən. Bütün sizin fondun əməkdaşlarını ürəkdən salamlayıram. Bu tədbirin birgə keçirilməsi üçün sizə təşəkkür edirəm və sizə can sağlığı arzulayıram. Fonda və bizim hamımıza gələcək dövrdə hamımıza can sağlığı və işlərimizdə böyük müvəffəqiyyətlər arzulayıram.
Honorable Mr. Paulo Del Bianco, I am also it's good that to see you again, and also to see Simona Giometti and to the foundation colleagues. Thank you for everyone, and also in the future to the fund and to all of us, I wish the health and the success in the future work. Thank you very much.
Sağ olun.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much, dear Madam Rector. Your words, as always, has been inspiring for our activity, and certainly also in that occasion, our foundation and the Azerbaijan University of Architecture will achieve their common purpose to promote cultural knowledge upgrading and dissemination of the importance of the cultural diversity and dialogue. So, dear guests and friends, let me now introduce another pillar, let's say, of the collaboration between the Azerbaijan University of Architecture and our foundation. I am delighted to leave the floor to Professor Sabina Hajeva, the head of Department of Architecture and Monuments Preservation. I think that it's useless for me to highlight the importance of a person like her. So, Sabina, the floor is yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, dear Paolo Del Bianco, dear Simone, dear all our friends from a great family of Romualdo Del Bianco Foundation. We are happy to meet you here. You know, I was looking at your faces, I was looking at the interiors that are very, very familiar to us, and I felt how much we miss to be in Florence and to see all of you. And it sounds a little bit, for me, it seems a little bit strange that during last year I have not been to Florence, because usually we meet at least once for any events of foundation. You are really much more than even than friends. You are family to us. We really love to be with you. We really love to see you and to participate in all your events. It was a great pleasure. It's not enough to say that our cooperation is very important for us. For me, it's just something that I cannot imagine our life without it, actually. So it's great to meet you once more. I see very friendly faces. I'm really happy to be here. And that's great that in spite of such a complicated 1 year, for us, not only pandemic, but also this short but very, how to say, hurtable war. This 44 days of war was really influenced on us. I feel that. But anyway, it's great to see you, our friends. Mr. Paolo Del Bianco already told about our long years cooperation. I would like also to show, as you know, I was thinking that here will participate a lot of students who don't know about all our activity and who maybe don't understand the main reason of our activity, not only cooperation between our countries, but between our organizations, but also giving new opportunities to students, bridging, as Mr. President Paolo Del Bianco always call it, and creation, understanding of genius loci. If my pronunciation is okay, I hope anyway you understand. So I would like to give brief presentation on it, just to maybe to repeat information that Mr. President already told to our students and to all us, but also to show it in few pictures. If I may, I will open my presentation, share it. I hope it's okay. And okay, how to take it off? Sorry. Yeah. Is it okay? Something happened. Yes. So I would like to tell you a little bit about our cooperation. I mostly dedicate this presentation to students and those new participants who don't know about this, our cooperation. Again, I will for sure repeat some points that Mr. Paolo Del Bianco told to us, but I will try to do it in more acceptable for students way. As you very well know, first we was introduced to Romualdo Del Bianco Foundation, and in that moment we didn't know yet about Life Beyond Tourism institution and idea of that, and we were felt in love into ideas of Romualdo Del Bianco Foundation, which are and main aims, which are creation of intercultural dialogue, respect and harmony among people, preservation of spirit of place, genius loci, that I try to told in Italian first. And I just would like to remind that the main activity of Romualdo Del Bianco Foundation started with that, and it was the main idea to connect different institutions to each other and create more possibility to students and to professors from different institutes, universities, mostly from former Soviet Union countries and post-social countries, to create possibilities to feel themselves as one family. So we discovered this family in the face of Romualdo Del Bianco Foundation. We start first with the one conference. Yes, we participate before that conference in another events organized by the Circle of Romualdo Del Bianco activity, but first conference, international scientific conference, was organized by our university in Florence in 2007. The name of conference was Architectural Heritage in a New Social Political Condition. Then, in the frame of that conference, we also organized photo exhibition, two photo exhibitions, one dedicated to architectural heritage of Azerbaijan, and second dedicated to exhibition of artist and architect Professor Elturan Avalov. You can see our pictures from these exhibitions. In 2008, in Florence, again, was organized our second conference, Scientific Conference, International Conference, Problems of Preservation of Architectural Heritage and Architectural Education. As you can see, we try to go in the main axis of Romualdo Del Bianco Foundation to think together on how to preserve our architectural conditions, especially in the modern situation, and how to teach young generation in that field. So you can see our big family of all participants of this conference. The next event organized in Florence was Preservation and Adaptation of Architectural Heritage in 2010. By the way, I would like to express my special gratitude to Foundation, who create great possibilities for us, not only to organize these events, but also to see beautiful places, to see beautiful monuments of Florence from inside, not only as tourists from outside, but to be able even to conduct events inside these monuments. You can see fantastic interiors of place where we were able to organize these conferences. As Mr. Paolo Del Bianco already noted, the first regional festival, the Grand Profession, was held in Baku in very beginning in 2009. So the festival of the Grand Profession was already conducted for many years by Foundation, and the main idea was to give possibility to students who graduated from different universities to bring their works, to demonstrate their diploma works to everyone who were in the circle of Romualdo Del Bianco Foundation. And the idea to create regional festivals in different countries was also very great, in my opinion. So the first such regional festival was conducted exactly in Baku, and we're really proud of that. You can see very happy students accepted diplomas of first regional festival, and I would like to say on behalf of them that it was great opportunity for them. They felt their power. Then after several years in 2012, the Grand Professional, second edition of the Grand Profession, was held also in Baku. Besides that, I'm sorry, one second, please. Yeah. Yes, I think I was mistaken in choosing my presentation. Then I continue with the right one, because that one, previous one, was not translated into English. This is for our local use. So I stop somewhere here. Yeah. In 2011, 5 students from our Faculty of Architecture, from our University of Architecture and Construction, had completed 1 month internship at the foundation of Romualdo Del Bianco. They were chosen by us as university delegates to participate in the same name program, which also create very great possibility for students, not only to be able to see the ways of activity of Romualdo Del Bianco Foundation, to understand what does it mean, the main ideas, what means the main ideas of foundation, all this bridging and already life beyond tourism, but also which for architects is very much important to see monuments of Florence, to be able to walk in Florence, to understand all, to see the monuments which they studied during education at our university. Another way, another field of our activity was creation of students' workshop. And this is also great because for this maybe short from one's mind period to only 1 week, it was possibility for our students to work together with foreign students from other universities, from foreign countries mainly, to share their knowledge, to understand where is the lack of knowledge, what is better, for instance, in our university than in other universities, to work in general together on the solving of an architectural problem. You can see the names of workshops which were organized by our university. The first one was held in 2008, Architectural Heritage and Tourism, where students were able, together with the students from other universities, work on the solving of some problem in that field. Let me say honestly, it was a very great experience for all our students. Another student workshops was organized in 2009, Sculpture and Sculpture Works in Architecture of Florence. we decided to choose not very complicated topics, I mean, from the first point view, but that topics to create possibility for students to walk, to make photos of beautiful Florentine monuments, to go inside and see all the beauty, all the Florence. So sculpture and sculpture works. I'm sure everyone who has been at least once in Florence know how much sculptural works important in the architecture of Florence. Another workshop was conducted later. You can see that in the beginning we organized workshops every year. Sustainable Future, City Territories for Meeting and Dialogue. In 2014, another was organized, Churches in the Architecture of Florence. Yes, I forgot to put here palaces, Palazzo in Architecture of Florence. So, several workshops organized almost every year create possibility for at least more than 30 students from our universities to be part of Romualdo Del Bianco Foundation. And as Mr. Paolo Del Bianco already noted, in December 2011, memorandum was signed in the City Hall of Florence on the accession of the university to the project Life Beyond Tourism. Yes, we are really proud that the idea of Life Beyond Tourism was born exactly in Baku during when Mr. Paolo Del Bianco, president of Romualdo Del Bianco Foundation, participated in one of our conferences, International Conference 21st Century and Traditional Islamic City, which was conducted by our university jointly with ISESCO, Islamic Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. So we are really proud of that. In 2012 was opening of marble buste of Leonardo da Vinci, donated to us by Romualdo Del Bianco Foundation, and at the same time was conducted the second festival, Degree and Profession, that I told you before. We're really proud of them. of all the of this boost, and that we were one of first, or maybe if I'm not mistaken, it was the first boost donated to us. In December 2016, an exhibition dedicated to the modern architecture of Azerbaijan was organized in Florence in cooperation with Romualdo Del Bianco Foundation. Madame Rector was present at this exhibition with the help of Embassy of Azerbaijan in Italy. Every year we participated before pandemic. Every year several participants from our university, experts of our university, took part in the general assemblies of foundation. It was really great, important and useful events organized to share opinions, to solve some problems, and we also miss all of them. We're also proud that we were organization who introduced Romualdo Del Bianco Foundation to many authorities in Azerbaijan, like İçişleri Şehir, like Ministry of Culture, like many other authorities. We were proud to be able to give our presentations during different events organized within the assemblies of experts. And we are proud that Mr. Paolo Del Bianco, president of the foundation, was awarded by title of honorary doctor of our university for his great activity in the connection between countries, and for great activity for development of international activity and education in our university. I hope this was first part of our cooperation with Foundation of Romualdo Del Bianco, with Mr. President, our first part of our cooperation in the field of life beyond tourism. I hope it was only beginning, and all our future cooperation, the fruitful cooperation is in future. Thank you very much for this possibility. Thank you very much for being here and see your faces once more. I hope in nearest future we will be able to say hello in reality. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear Sabina. Your thorough full presentation, it is the right base for launching the new initiatives of collaboration for the future. And I am sure that there will be your students, the students from the University of Azerbaijan, Architecture and Construction, has appreciated your presentation, realized a little bit more how much strong our collaboration is, and how much interesting, and also to spur their curiosity for future initiatives. So that's why now I would like to invite Corina Del Bianco,
Yes,
that will introduce in details one of the initiatives that we would like to share with Azerbaijan University of Architecture and Construction. And we all have already seen what is going on in your exhibition hall, where her exhibition, the exhibition created by Corina, Florence in the World in Florence, has been fit and is there for arise the interest and the curiosity of your students, not only about Florence, but also the projects the exhibition is a part. So let me invite Corina Del Bianco to deliver her first presentation of the concept of this exhibition and the aim and the purpose it has been created for. Thank you, Corina. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. And I'm so happy to see all of you. I'm really, really happy, and it's really moving actually. So it's really moving, definitely. And for us, I think it's a kind of the same that that Sabina was mentioning, is kind of a family. And I also personally miss Baku and all of you so much. So thank you very much, Madam Rector, and thank you very much, Sabina, for hosting this occasion, but especially for creating this wonderful relationship with us. So as Simone was mentioning, I would like to introduce to the students the concept that is behind our exhibition and not exactly the project of the exhibition, because you already know, with the sharing of the different genius loci within an exhibition, a more global exhibition that will be finally hosted in Florence, but on the way that we conceived the representation of the Florentine one. And I had the occasion, thanks to Madame Rector and Sabina, to meet and get really in touch with your students in several occasions, not just through your workshops, but also in the workshop that we held in Baku, at the architectural, at the Azerbaijan Architecture and Construction University in 2016, but also during the forum of the Union of International Architects. So I had many chances of meeting the great spirit that your students have, all the energies and creative energies that they have. So we conceived this exhibition, as you know, to represent the Florentine cultural landscape with its social, economical, and cultural activities. Because sometimes when you study or visit or look at a different culture, you just see the final product, the final output, whether it be an architecture, a piece of heritage, a contemporary architecture, or an artisanal product, or a food product. But actually behind all of these elements, there's a whole society with its social, economical, historical backgrounds. So in order to represent it, we decided to do this triptychs layout. So each panel, as you know, has 3 images, and each image represent a scale of representation of this cultural landscape. Of course, I'm an architect, so an urban designer, so my point of view, of course, is the one that you completely understand. So I look at the wider scale and then I zoom into the details. And taking pictures and photography, that is a wonderful tool to represent the contemporary situation, a very useful one, force you to make a choice, as drawings force you to choose which point of view to select, which object you want to choose, which sense of scale. I remember once Sabina was telling me of a teaching that also Madame Rector was giving her. So always put a person within an image to give the reference of the scale. So it's always a matter of choosing. So the way we decided, we chose the the activities, the Florentine context is from the wider scale to the smaller scale through photography. And the exhibition, as you already, I think, have seen in your first visits to the exhibition, is enriched with a technological application. So we developed it in partnership with Europromo, our technical partner here. And with them, we created this NFC technology. So if you pass with your mobile phone beside the panels, your mobile phone will be connected to internet pages that allow you to get further information beside the photographs. So you can get technical information about the images, but also about the Florentine environment and traditions and history and details of the architecture and so on. So of course, this was our exercise of representation of Florence, and you will have with your students your representation of Baku that might be very different from the one that we created for Florence. So I'm really curious to see what will be the results of the Azerbaijan and Baku representation of the cultural landscape, and I'm at completely disposal to share the experience I had in the Florentine context with you, or to discuss other ideas, and so I'm completely at your disposal, and I thank you very much again.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dear Corinna. So, and now, so far we have seen, while the previous speaker were delivering their speech, we have seen also the exhibition hall where the Florence in the world in Florence is displayed. So if it is possible, we would appreciate to show, to see again this connection while we invite Carlotta Del Bianco to give a wider presentation of all the initiatives that the exhibition Florence in the World in Florence is a part. Because as the President, Mr. Paolo Del Bianco, said before, this is just a sort of stone in a lake, because through that exhibition, we would like to invite all the partners and the universities who are hosting this exhibition to produce with their students a new one dedicated to their site, dedicated to what Sabina very correctly said, genius loci, and to send back to the foundation. So we would like that your students will interpret first, present and communicate this genius loci of their site through the life beyond tourism, travel to dialogue methodology. And now Carlotta is detailing these features of the project back to life. And so, Carlotta, the floor is yours, please. Thank you.
Hello, hello, Sabina, Madame Rector. Really we are all moved, and all the words and the pictures that Sabina showed us, remember the whole life of friendship and of cooperation. So what I would like to show you is how we would like to go on, and I asked to share my presentation because this is how we are planning the next activities of this new strange period of our lives. But as you know, the foundation has always been active, has always been thinking how to cope with normal, abnormal, even abnormal situation to make possible to have opportunities to develop dialogue among cultures through the mean of culture. And beside the fact that we cannot make real meetings, at least not up to now, we have thought of possible activities that can make us being prepared for going on and continuing our possible future meetings. Ho bisogno dell'aggeggio per cambiare le slide. Okay, so, sorry. I'm still not used to technology. Okay. Okay, so a new concept. E qui come si fa, ragazzi? Non ci si vede nulla. So, ecco qua. So, new concept of travel, storytelling, and fruition of heritage. This is what we are focusing on with Life Beyond Tourism. So we all know the how the movement has been ideated and from which roots it has been built. And now we can say that our vision is building peace in the world with dialogue, thanks to heritage, travel, meeting with welcome and hospitality, with communication, knowledge, protection of the personality of the place and its economy. And our mission is to promote the knowledge of diversity of cultural heritage, of cultural expressions of the various territories and their know-how. So this is our network that you know very well. And this is the basis on which we are developing our movement. The strong synergy among the UNESCO conventions, 1972, 2003, and 2005. And we are working to develop a system of practical application to favor a new form of human and economic progress. So starting from the World Heritage Sites and their attraction of heritage, opportunity to enhance local traditions and the contemporary cultures of the places, opportunity to build an interpersonal relationship and the capacity to inspire the minds, emotions, and behavior of young generation and travelers towards the openness to knowledge and intercultural dialogue. So sites are the places where the cultures of the world meets, thanks to the high number of travelers. And we all know that this cannot be the way. As we see the Gioconda, just to change the image, but we all know that the COVID has just stopped this phenomenon, but we have to prevent this to come again. When the boundaries and the pandemic will be solved, we have to be conscious of how the fruition of our heritage will be. And we can be active part in the change of this, of what we see in this region. This is a quick video of the movement. Se parte, non parte, ok. Grazie. Va bene, rivediamo. Ok, we will see it. The is the starting point for our activity, because it was designed to offer to the universities the opportunity to be an active part of the program of continuous growth and international exchange on common and urgent themes linked to the enhancement and identity of the regions, and to give, at the same time, concrete and participatory tools to young people for a holistic and evolving vision of global society, starting from the protection of the identity of places. And finally, to favor internationalization, mobility, training, and job opportunities. So we are creating on the international network of the foundation, the international network of the Info Point Life Beyond Tourism. And as you see today, we are in Baku, we have been in Ivanovo, Riga, Vilnius, Durham, and we are opening several other info points in other countries in our network to enlarge the participatory network and exchange opportunity for all our students. So at the same time, it is the starting point of the storytelling of the regions. And I would like to focus on the meaning of local cultural expressions, which is part of the Life Beyond Tourism glossary, and it is an essential part of the UNESCO glossary. And I would like to read it from the UNESCO definition. The cultural expressions are those expressions that result from the creativity of individuals, groups, and society, and that have cultural contents, and refers to those activities which at the time they are considered as a specific attribute, use or purpose, embody or convey cultural expression, irrespective of their commercial value they may have. So this is very important, and it comes from the Convention on the Promotion and Protection of the diversity of cultural expression, and this is the focus point on of the Live Beyond Tourism storytelling program. So enhancing the local cultural expression means to present the region as a whole. And we would like to share identities and sense of place, engender a sense of belongs and ownership, engagement of local communities, and foster income generating capacity of local cultural expressions. So we have an idea of what they are. So we have artisans, we have typical food, but we have all the local products and the common saying in the country, in the territory, in the land. And the cultural and natural heritage as an instrumental element and not the ultimate end of the journey. So travel to dialogue. So the program for the info points of this year starts from the photo exhibition and follows with the storytelling program we have called Back to Life, Revitalization of Places Post-COVID-19, and International Regions Festival, planned to take place next autumn. And we are setting the dates according to the general world situation. And of course, we are currently having opportunities to host online or on site, hopefully, internship in Florence. So we have seen the exhibition and we have seen how it is. You are part of the network of the exhibition. We have some technical information that Corina has already explained. And this is how you can deepen the information in the website. And this is the network of the exhibition, which is increasing and increasing. So the word in Florence. So joining the international exhibition, as it has already been said, means to present the regions through a photographic outlook using this microsguardi, which is a word that has been ideated several years ago, to go and focus on the specific roots of a region, and it will make a large presentation of all those cultural expressions that are important but not known at world level. And our exhibition has been opened last February, as you know, and what we would like to plan is a big event involving the town municipality and the region of Tuscany to have a diffuse exhibition in town for next November. So the Back to Life stands beside and it is the storytelling program that comes just after and in connection with the exhibition realization. And it is designed to give a renewed identity in this period of transformation to places and restore them to life or give them a new life. So it is focusing on all those important points on which the movement is focused, and no one better than students coming from universities that have, let's say, endorsed the Live Beyond Tourism movement ideals can describe better in their areas. And we are aiming at putting all this information together in the regional web pages format, in which highlight all the important information and make people travel, even virtually, in a different way, and be ready to approach a new kind of tourism when able, to move again with a different perspective. So all these ingredients will be displayed in the web pages that we are designing. This is an example that has been, it is a first step of the Back to Life program of the university in Tbilisi, Georgia, that have started presenting their region. And this is the format. And at the end, the important part is how the working group is presented, how the university is highlighted, and how the importance of students in taking this endorsement in presenting in the best way their place. And during the regional festival, beside the exhibition, we will have presentations of this storytelling research program, let's say, and the opportunity of a sort of analysis of how put together different strategies to restart, always fostering discussion and highlighting local cultural expression and sustainable development of various cultures, and develop concrete projects in the territories and where they have an operational agenda will be defined for the next 3 years. So we want to go beyond COVID-19 and its, let's say, 20 and 21 year to start rebuilding a sort of triennial mobile program on which to focus and strengthen the activities that we are putting into practice with the InfoPoint network. So just to conclude, we, of course, we are looking forward and always stronger and important cooperation with our university and with your university that has followed our activities since its beginning, because we can start making the change and making concrete approaches to present the possibility after this difficult situation to use our deepest traditions and heritage to focus on the value of dialogue to build strategies of presentation of cultural heritage, cultural and natural heritage. So, thank you. Unfortunately, the technological support sometimes is lacking of effectiveness, but I'm sure that I hope my message has come through quite clearly. And of course, we are ready to go on with you aside us to make all this happen in the best and quickest time possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Carlotta. And after that presentation of the purpose of the initiative that today we are presenting to Azerbaijan University of Architecture, let me go on with the second step. So now the exhibition Florence in the World in Florence is in Baku. And your students, we have seen with your camera are will have the possibility to show, to see it, and we are asking to the Azerbaijan University of Architecture to create a working group that, after viewing the exhibition and sharing the project that Carlotta has introduced, will deepen the knowledge of the life beyond tourism methodology in order to implement it later in creating an exhibition dedicated to one specific site in Azerbaijan. We all know how many exciting, historically and culturally important sites Azerbaijan has. But first, we will be pleased to introduce better and in details the life beyond tourism methodology to those students that will take part in this working group. And we will invite them to attend an e-learning course dedicated to life beyond tourism methodology. This Life Beyond Tourism course has been created by Corina Del Bianco. And now I would like to invite her to give a short presentation of that course that, I repeat, will serve students from Azerbaijan University of Architecture and Construction to understand better which is our philosophy, which is our methodology, which is the best practices of life beyond tourism that have been created for providing tools for interpreting, describing, and presenting the spiritus loci, the spirit of the place of your Azerbaijan sites. Corina, the floor is yours, please.
Dai, cosa per cambiare le...
Ah, sì, ce l'ho io.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'm waiting for my presentation, please. Okay. So, as we were already mentioning, briefly to recap, we are working for the protection and enhancement of local cultural identities. And we think that travel, as our president also, Paolo Del Bianco, previously said, travel for cultural reasons is a particularly important tool to create opportunities of intercultural dialogue. In fact, when I took this picture that I was showing, it was a pretty gray November day. Important highlights in Florence, but in the world's heritage landscape, a heritage panorama. And still this crowd was there, even though it was not a pretty high season, so it was pretty low. But if you zoom in this crowd, you will see so many different cultures, so many different cultural backgrounds that are meeting because of culture and heritage. So it's just a matter of putting these people in the opportunity of dialoguing, because this would create an exercise to tolerance, respect, that are essential for people's peaceful coexistence. So from this idea, the Life Beyond Tourism movement was born, creating a new commercial offer focused on ethics. And it's addressing to very different targets from individuals, institutions, and companies. So our educational offer is, so we are addressing our educational activities to very different parts of the society. So our educational offer is the result of a research activity that is provided by the Fondazione Romualdo Del Bianco. That is always published into our into books and articles. So since 2000, we created over 40 publications that we shared. That of course, actually, your university is part of most of the publications, but the publications are also shared with the info kits. And are in any case in download on the portal livebeyondtourism.org. Among these, I would like to highlight 3 of the milestones of these publications. The first one is in 2016, the slides book, in which we highlight the synergy among the UNESCO conventions 1972, 2003, and 2005. And this might have been the first time that these 3 conventions have been put in synergy. And always in 2016, a very productive year, the World Heritage Sites for Dialogue, so in which we were focusing on this opportunity of World Heritage Sites to create occasions of encounter, of dialogue among people of different cultures. Then in 2009, World Heritage for Building Peace. So the World Heritage as an important tool for peace building. The last 3 publications of 2020, we presented them in October 2020 with over 140 authors. So you can imagine how collective and worldwide spread is our network that is participating to our research, is building peace through heritage. So the educational offer that derives from it is dedicated to trainers, first of all. We created a training for trainers intensive course. So for trainers, we think about professors or local administrators that come to us to learn our main principles and then are able to go back into their hometowns, into their institutions, and spread to students and colleagues the main principles. Then the businesses and the institutions. So we created an e-learning program free for all the Live Beyond Tourism activities and businesses members that want to certify their activities for intercultural dialogue. And then university students, and this is mainly to you. So beside our over 30 years of workshops, international students workshops that were already also presented in detail, we also started e-learning activity courses. So the first e-learning was released in 2020 and is a new e-learning that is provided on the Udemy platform. So this course is a pretty short course, will take around 6 to 10 hours. So it's more like a seminar that is entitled Live Beyond Tourism, Travel to Dialogue, Heritage as a Builder of Peace, in which we start from the definition of heritage and of intercultural dialogue. And then the course is aimed at giving the basis for understanding the main concepts of the Live Beyond Tourism research, which sees heritage as a tool to create important opportunities of intercultural dialogue. And it also gives the tool to decline this opportunity into a challenge for a design process at the architectural and urban scale. It's divided in 3 modules. The first one is more an introduction to the course with conceptual scope and terminology. The second one deals with the topic of the influence of tourism on a site, with its risks and opportunities. And the third one explores the life beyond tourism world from its beginnings to its milestones. And students are also asked to make some small researches, browsing on the internet, and maybe on the library, creating their own reference background. And of course, they can access to the Life Beyond Tourism bibliography on the portal. Then we also have an educational offer to children. It's now suspended because it's all in presence with summer and winter camps in Florence, but it will hopefully soon be active again. And then master students with 2 Erasmus Plus programs that we worked on. So the first one was concluded in 2019, was called SURE, Sustainable Urban Rehabilitation in Europe, with the creation of a master curriculum for architects, conservators, and urban designers. That is now implemented in its pilot version at the Polytechnic schools of Madrid, Vilnius, Lublin, and La Sapienza in Rome. And the second one, it's about to be concluded. It's UNINET, University Network for Cultural Heritage, Integrated Protection, Management, and Use. And here we created with also the Life Beyond Tourism topics, a master curriculum for architects, conservators, archaeologists, and landscape designers. And of course, to bachelor students also. So since 2014, we are holding workshops at the JOSA intensive courses at the JOSA International University in Tokyo. And in 2016, as I had the occasion to remember previously, we hold a workshop with students at the Azerbaijan University of Architecture and Construction. And in 2020, we had a workshop at the University of Economics and Business of Prague. So we always take care in sharing and confrontation. We think that it's a very, very important opportunity for research and educational activities. So we always bring our contribution to international conferences, and we organize ICOMOS International Scientific Committees in Florence, and every year a General Assembly and Symposium. And we are creating a different program for 2021, seeing the current situation where we are living, but not stopping our sharing and confrontation activity. I have a short video that I asked to play. So this video is about the so I leave you with an invitation also to have a look at our appeal, Building Peace Through Heritage, that was launched during that General Assembly. That might be of in promoting opportunities of intercultural dialogue. And you can see it on the Life Beyond Tourism portal. So that's it, and thank you very much, and I'm available for any further information about the courses. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear Corinna. So we have reached the conclusion of this meeting. Let me make a final consideration in order to go on with the collaboration of the Azerbaijan University of Architecture and Construction. So the exhibition Florence in the world in Florence is in Baku, and I am sure that it will be appreciated by your students and the teaching staff. So what we are now asking to Azerbaijan University of Architecture and Construction is to select a group of students that would like to embark, would like to take part in this project that is aimed to produce a cultural storytelling of one or more sites of in Azerbaijan according to the Life Beyond Tourism methodology. That working group from AAZUAC will be instructed, will benefit of the Life Beyond Tourism course, because Azerbaijan University of Architecture and Construction is an institutional member of our Life Beyond Tourism movement. And after that course, that it is online and is easily, is friendly user, your group can start to choose according to the Life Beyond Tourism guideline and under the supervision of a tutor, to choose a site in Azerbaijan and to produce a cultural storytelling, a cultural biography that our foundation and the Life Beyond Tourism movement will care to disseminate in two main ways. The first one through the website, portal Life Beyond Tourism, and all the other social media that we are relying upon. So blog, newsletter, and socials, and so on. The second one will be, we hope, in physical, in fall 2021 in Florence, where we will prepare an international exhibition devoted to the global cultural expressions that has been presented by universities like yours through the Life Beyond Tourism view. And it will be a sort of global and worldwide intersection of different ways to present their own site according to the philosophy of Life Beyond Tourism that aim to promote the knowledge and the local cultural awareness inspired by the principle of respect of cultural diversity and dialogue. We are now again, we can see again Araz Ahmedov user. You can see the exhibition hall that has been prompted in Azerbaijan University of Architecture and Construction, and we thank again Madam Rector and all the staff for succeeding in receiving the exhibition panels in spite of the customs and procedures. And we are sure that in coming days, many of your students will appreciate the pictures by Corinna and above all, the methodology that are at the base of those pictures. Again, that would like to grasp the identity, the spirit of the place through specific and sometimes not iconic aspects of the cultural site. So, dear friends, the meeting is going to be concluded. I would like, dear Mr. President, Mr. Paolo Del Bianco, if you would like to say some final words. The microphone, please.
Of course, just to say that we are waiting for a very wide and meaningful exhibition next fall, autumn.
Excellent.
That's all. Thanks a lot for all your efforts. Thanks a lot for everything. Thank you very much, Sabina. Thanks to Madame Rector.
Let all of us be together from Florence. We send our warmest regards to all our friends in Baku, and a big ciao, and have a good work under the wings of life beyond tourism, travel to dialogue. So, dear friends, all the best, take care of you, and let's start working together for another mission devoted to intercultural dialogue. Thank you again. Ciao.
Ciao.
Everybody.
Ciao.
Ciao. Thank you.
Thank you very much.